Sports, a place where many athletes find success.
This is likely the final play that matters. End zone wide open. What a night for Mike Williams.
But where there's a winner, there has to be a loser.
He came a long way. You hear me? Come here, I love you, bro. Real.
It's one thing to watch the game, but another to analyze it. Let's talk about the numbers. You ready? YouTube. What's going on, man? Back at giving another video. It's your boy, Numbers Fan Jay. It's Monday, so you know we usually do football today. But yet again, I'm switching up the subject of the video, of course. Today I want to talk to you guys about NFL fantasy football. I'm going to be specifically looking at the NFL fantasy app. I am a part of a league in the ESPN Fantasy League as well. But right now I'm just going to go through the NFL Fantasy app to show you guys basically how to win. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, everybody can't be a winner like me. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but for real. I have won a fantasy title before in one of my leagues. So I just want to share some tips with you guys and show you guys exactly how to win, because the goal is to win, to be the last one left standing, to win the championship, to have those bragging rights, to win money if you are in a league for money. But I'm not in the league for money. Just want to put that out there. But before I get into this video, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let me know what y'all think about this content, man. I'm switching it up, trying to see, what the types of things that y'all want to see. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I said, it's a two-way street. It's me and you. We here. Let me know. Let me know what's going on. Talk to your boy. But let's get into the content of this video, man. Yeah, let's get into it. Once again, the goal is to win in the end. Not every single week. We want to win the championship. We don't care as much about regular season as long as we make the playoffs. So, number one thing, first off, we're going to talk about is the draft, because that's where the season starts. So we're going to talk about how to draft efficiently. Now, I have two different leagues here. I just want to point that out. This is my commissioner league. I'm the commissioner of this league. And this is the league that I'm playing in. Now, of course, if y'all just want to see this, I'll just go ahead and show you. It says that I'm 8th, but as you can see, the standings are extra close right now. But anyway, gonna go ahead and go into the my Goat Head League, my Goat Head team. So how to draft efficiently. One, you have to know a player's injury history. You have to know if a player is gonna play 16 games. If you pick a reliable quarterback like Russell Wilson, you know he's going to play every single game. He's going to fight through his injuries if he has any, and he's going to play every single game. That's what he does. He's there game in, game out. Russell Wilson is going to be on the field. You also have to know your team scheme. So, for a player like Travis Kelce is number one tight end in the league right now. Travis Kelce gets a bunch of targets every game. You see 14 targets in week 2, 12 targets on here 3 different times, 10 targets on Sunday night's game. He gets a lot of targets for the most part. You do have games where, like Denver's game, where he only gets 3 targets. But that's going to happen. It doesn't matter who you are. You're going to have games where you don't get the ball as often, right? So you want to know if your player is going to get the ball a lot, if they're going to throw the ball a lot, if they're going to pass it a lot. If they're going to catch it a lot, if they're going to run it a lot. You want to know what type of offense they're in. You want to know if they're defense. You want to know if they get a lot of turnovers, or if they hold their opponents to low scoring. You want to know what type of player, what type of scheme they're in. You also want to draft to your league strengths. Do they have a 2-quarterback league? Are they high scoring for running backs? In this league, the quarterback clearly is high scoring. Russell Wilson scored 100 points for me in week 1. So it varies. You go over here to your league tab on the bottom right. You go to the league rules. You go to the scoring settings. And you want to go through and look at all of your scoring settings. You want to make sure, one, that you're okay with all the scoring settings. If any of them don't make sense to you, or if you think they should be changed, contact your league commissioner. Let them know that you have a problem with one of the rules. Maybe he'll let you, let your players vote on it. Or maybe he just tells you to get out. But anyway, moving on to the next one. How to maximize lineups or optimize lineups, as the app will tell you. They give you an option at the top every week to optimize your lineup. Let me see if that comes up here. And you can click the optimize button. It's not popping up right now, but yeah, they do usually give you a button. And it's not one of those things I would recommend. Now, they do have a bunch of different tools, Fantasy Plus, a bunch of different tools you can look through and see about the projections for next week. But I'm going to go ahead and do this right now in front of all of y'all. Show y'all all of my matchups. All right, I'm seeing that Allen Robinson is playing against the number 9 defense in Green Bay, so I don't want to start him. Amari Cooper is playing against the number 2 defense against receivers. Don't want to start him, right? Looking at the quarterbacks, okay. Russell Wilson is against Philadelphia. They're middle of the pack. But Matt Ryan is against Las Vegas. They give up a lot of points. I'm going to make that switch for this week. And so on and so forth. You want to look at not only the projections, but the matchups. I usually go off matchups, especially when I'm doing superstars. If they're a number 1 player in their position, or if they're top 5, then I usually just leave them in. Like if Dalvin Cook was playing against a good defense, I still probably would start him unless I had a matchup down here that I just fell in love with and I couldn't pass up. So like Mike Davis is playing against Minnesota. They aren't great against the run, but Todd Gurley is playing against Las Vegas, who defense just isn't that good. So I'm going to start Todd Gurley. You like those greens better than those reds, pretty much. So you also, I just want to throw this in there, also download the NFL app. Turn notifications on always. Don't do sometimes. Don't do only when unlocked. You want to have these notifications on always, so you know as soon as possible when your player gets hurt, when your player gets traded, when your player gets released, when he gets into trouble, when he could be suspended. You want to know all these things when they happen. And the NFL app does the best job sending you those notifications. Now, finally, I want to go over how to trade or not to trade. Do not accept any trade, okay? If a trade comes through and looks good, don't just click accept. You got to go through these numbers. You want to make sure that you are trading depth for depth, or you are trading depth for a starter. So if you have 4 running backs and they're all top 10, please trade your running back. Trade your running back for something else that you likely will need. So if you know that you have 4 top 10 running backs and you don't have any top 10 receivers, try to trade with a top 10, somebody who does have a top 10 receiver that needs a running back. You get what I'm saying? So if I have Travis Kelce and I also have a number 2 tight end, but I need a receiver, I'm going to try to trade that tight end for a receiver. But you also, this goes back to looking at the league rules. You want to also know when your league's trade deadline is, which you can find that under the trades tab under the league rules. November 20th is for this league. Boom. So that is how I run my fantasy league. Let me know how y'all run y'all fantasy league, man. As you can see, I'm doing pretty good in one of my leagues. And the other league is very, very, very competitive. I usually don't do it for money or anything. At least not right now. But I usually am pretty successful. I've never had a year where I've not made the fantasy playoffs. So, yeah. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you're new. Thank you for your view. I appreciate you. It's your boy Jay. Let me know how y'all run them leagues, man. Let me know what you thought about this. Do you agree with my tips? Do you disagree with my tips? Let me know. Do you think that I will win my league? Because this is very, very, very tight. I looked at all the games in this league. for this week, and we will all be 6-5, except for Past Boy 12, who's winning his matchup. He will be 7-4, and championship rings will be improving to 4 and 7. You know, but it's your boy Jay. We out of here.